MSCS has nearly 500 teacher vacancies ahead of the school year. Job openings. You know, the economy is good, but somehow, some way, they got 500 vacancies. Anybody need a job? Bueller. I'll be trying to help you colors out, all right?
In Education Matters, thousands of students will be heading back to school on Monday across the Memphis Shelby County School District. Right now, there are nearly 500 teacher vacancies. Ahead of tonight's school board meeting, our Shay Simon is live at the district headquarters.
Hey, girl.
And Shay, there is a lot to discuss tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. April, you may remember last year they had many changes, including a new superintendent. And this year, teacher vacancies and overtime could lead to more changes.
Uh-oh.
In less than a week, Memphis Shelby County school students return to the classroom. As students and parents prepare for a new school year, Tuesday's board meeting is set to cover the district's preparations, including employee overtime.
To be transparent, we have an abuse of overtime. We have individuals who are submitting requests or have
Not an abuse of overtime. All right. Looks like it's a nice diverse meeting going on here. Everybody is involved. Let's get it together, y'all.
not submitted requests, but have been paid and compensated for time not worked.
During the district's last meeting, Superintendent Dr. Marie Fagans claims overtime is costing the district around $1 million. School Board Commissioner Keith Williams says he has questions.
So we want to know who got it, when did they get it, and how much they got.
Under the proposed new policy,
Woo! Back it on up. Woo! Who grandfather is this? Who granddaddy is this?
$1 million. School Board Commissioner Keith Williams says he has.
Do you have the same barber as Brandon Johnson? What's going on with your face and your head, child?
Ask questions.
So we want to know who got it.
I'm going to need you to go to ECW and get all that hair taken care of, child, especially all that's coming out your nose, child. That's not cute. Where your wife at? How come she didn't tell you, child?
They get it and how much they got.
Under the proposed new policy, overtime would now need advance approval from the superintendent or someone else she designates.
But I just want the public to know that teachers certainly do not enjoy that advantage. And teachers have not received overtime, never have, and probably never will. And teachers spend an inordinate amount of time in school. Certainly no one stays.
This is who's teaching y'all's kids. Is this who's teaching y'all's kids? I'm sorry. Oh my God! Yes, that's exactly who he looks like. Shout out to those that know. He do look like Nipsey Russell. Rest in peace to Nipsey Russell. Woo! What did he used to be on? The Hollywood Squares, I believe. Oh my God, speaking of memory. Woo! Woo! He got pretty eyes. That's what the women used to say when he was younger. Look at his eyes. He got pretty eyes. Look at his hair. He cute, y'all. He cute.
8.5 hours. We stay up to 10 to 12 hours a day in the building.
And teachers are another issue impacting the district. Right now, there are nearly 500 classroom teacher vacancies posted online. Earlier this
Go on and apply for a job, y'all. Just get on down there and apply for a job. Oh my God, he could be the 10-man too. He could be the 10-man too. Shout out to the Wizard of Oz. I love the Wizard of Oz. But child, he definitely with that high top fade, child. Steve Harvey style.
This year, Fagans announced that she'd be transferring office staff to fill some of those openings.
We know we need qualified instructors directly in the classrooms to lead our students, or we will not see different results.
Memphis.
Now, April, Alex, we did reach out to the district to get an exact number of just how many vacancies we have going into school next year, and we have not heard back, but we do know that meeting kicks off today at 5:30. For your news leader in Memphis, Shay Simon, WREG News, Channel 3.
Child Shay, stay where you are, girl. Good. Let's go here. Hundreds of DC circulator bus drivers, if he owns the bus, get notices of permanent layoffs. Oh, no. Oh, no. Dr. G trying to get out of it. He decides who gets the daggone membership, and he be skipping you over, Celine. He be skipping you over. It's like, I'm just playing. Oh, shit. All right. right, come on, let's go. What's going on in DC?
Hundreds of DC bus drivers are worried about providing for their families now that they're out of a job. Just yesterday, employees of the DC Circulator received notices of permanent layoffs, and this comes after the city cut the bus lines from its budget this year.
Damn.
Ardelia Gonzalez joins us now live from Southeast DC. She spoke to some drivers and has more on the impact to our neighbors. I suppose if
Clearly we're gonna start to get to know this lady, because this is like the third or fourth time we've seen her in 2 weeks. Shout out to DC.
you're just hearing about this, this will shake you.
Yeah, certainly difficult news for a lot of folks who have to reroute and figure out what's going to happen next. But primarily for the 200 or so employees, these layoff notices are devastating to their families, and they have to figure out how to provide for them at this point. But it certainly, the end of Circulator has an impact to our neighbors in so many communities, specifically here in Ward 8, and our neighbors who live in this ward and ride the Circulator to get to this giant, the one and only grocery store in the entire ward.
Uh-oh, the one and only grocery store. I'm thinking this might be racist.
In a part of town lacking amenities and resources,
So I hope and pray they come up with some other decision.
the DC Circulator bus provided a direct and accessible route to the only grocery store in Ward 8. And while you can catch Metro's W8, you have to get off the bus and switch lines to get to the Congress Heights Metro station.
I would hate that they will shut the Circulator down.
I think it's a bad time for them to be laying off a lot of people and shutting down the Circulator. People, it's convenient for them. It gets them on work on time and back home on time.
The FY
I want to know, okay, shout out to Dr. G. You know, they probably need to ban the grocery store. Shout out to Memphis. I want to know where whoever the alderman is here, or the senator for DC, all the people in DC, the mayor, while they probably out here, because DC is, I believe, mostly Black, right? I wonder if they're out here telling them they need to vote for Kamala, why they can't even get to the damn grocery store, why they can't even get to the next bus in order to get to probably work or wherever it is that they need to go, because they need the bus line. I wonder if anybody wants to ask any of those questions, because you know, you colors are not allowed to ask any questions. Just do what people like Roland say to do. Whatever Roland says goes. I'm just saying. They ain't allowed to ask nothing. It don't matter. It doesn't matter what's coming. They'll figure it out. And listen, I know a lot of people be like, you don't care. I don't care, but this is wrong, okay? Not the fact that they are laid off, but these people that we talk about ain't coming here to help y'all, but those same people will be asking these same people to go and vote for them, or go vote for the people that they want. But you want these people to vote for Kamala, or whoever it is at the time, right? You want them to make sure that they vote for who you want them to vote for, but you're going to leave them in the lurch. They already out here with one grocery store. Now their method of transportation for the most part ain't there. You know that's what that's going to lead to. And then they're going to turn around and say it's white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. Who are your representatives? What are they doing? Who is your mayor? All that type stuff. We just overlook all that. All right? Child, this is crazy, though. This is crazy.
budget eliminated the DC Circulator. The acting director of the district's Department of Transportation.
Oh, it's definitely racist. This is definitely racist.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't Black.
As long as you got white women for Kamala raising money, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Come on, Baxter.
Transportation says ridership is down 65%, and the bus line would need more than $100 million to survive. So that means jobs are on the chopping block, too.
How am I going to support my family? Finding a new job is not that easy. I'm a single father.
Not in this economy. This is a great economy, sir. Sir, this is a great economy. There's some job openings down there in Memphis, I believe, for school teachers, just a FYI. Joe and Cam said that the economy was doing well. Then that's what it is. Just like crime is down, sir. Crime is down.
A new job is not that easy. I'm a single father of 3. And so that's a lot of pressure on me within itself, especially since the turnover is right around the corner.
Jeffrey Covington and Thomas Davis are two drivers who received this letter Monday, informing them of the permanent layoffs starting September 30th.
Wow. You're out here working, you don't get your credit, and then you get laid the F off. Let me see. Permanently closing operation occurred 31st, 2024. It's closed due to the elimination of the circulator city's budget. So it really is your elected officials' fault because they didn't put this into the budget. RATP understands this change may be upsetting. We believe it's crucial to provide advance notice. Communication is a layoff, blah, blah. Separations will occur in stages. Date of the first separation is expected to occur between September 30th and October 13, 2024 at the earliest. Should that date be delayed, we will notify employees immediately. We're still waiting for the run cut numbers from DDOT. Once we have these numbers, we will let our employees know. We anticipate that the remaining separations will occur in December, just in time for Christmas, y'all. Per the WARN Act, you will receive at least 60 days notice of the specific date which your employment will be separated. I tell you, if they're gonna lose their job, at least, I know others won't see it this way, but at least they are getting laid off, which means that depending on how many years of service that they've had, they will continue to pay them and hopefully get their insurance, which will give them a bit of cushion. So this could conceivably take them into next year, a little bit of time, but there's nothing that the circulator, I guess, could have done. It's the people who didn't want to give them the money to continue to work. Why couldn't they kind of consolidate instead of laying off all these people, get rid of it altogether? If it's too much overtime or too many buses, not enough ridership, then bring it down to maybe not as many buses. Child, I don't know.
Them of the permanent layoffs starting September 30th.
There's a lot of ADA passengers that, depend on Circulator. We are the only bus that runs that route going through all the museums and the National Mall.
Really?
They will continue the national route for now, but will begin phasing out the Circulator service starting October 1st.
Child, we know. We read it.
And we all know October 1st is just a short couple of months away. DDOT says they'll try to minimize the impact on riders by working with WMATA to double up on some of the Circulator routes. As far as the impact on employees of DC Circulator and their families, more bad news. According to that letter, there will be a series of layoffs that will occur until December. According to their union rules, they should get at least 60 days notice before receiving a pink slip. We tried reaching out to the company that owns DC Circulator, still waiting to hear back. Les?
So many people impacted by this decision, Delia, and so many stories to follow as a result of it, too. All right, thank you.
Well, we'll check back into that. Shout out to Delia and this lady. Shout out to DC doing the damn thing. Cam is right down the street. Biden's right down the street. The economy is good, y'all.
Right? Listen, the reality also is this. Any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No.
Because I've lost all respect for that bitch. BICTH. And I'm standing.
We do not care.